Hi, I'm Jay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about a mystery. That mystery is the mystery of the Boeing aircraft that has been the most talked about in the world recently. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel before going to the video. So let's go to the video. This story begins with a plane crash. On October 29, 2018, Lion Air Flight 610, belonging to Indonesia, was scheduled to fly from Soekarno-Hatta Airport in Indonesia to Depati Amir Airport in Indonesia. Flight 610 was a Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft, a very modern aircraft type introduced to the world in 2017. The excitement of flying in such a new aircraft was no doubt a source of joy for the 8 crew members and the 181 passengers on board. However, the joy was short-lived. Lion Air Flight 610 took off from Jakarta at 6:20 a.m. Indonesian time, with the intention of flying for an hour. But 13 minutes after takeoff, the plane's nose suddenly turned toward the ground. Despite the pilot's best efforts, the nose of the plane continued to turn toward the ground and the plane, coming at a breakneck speed, crashed into the Java Sea, killing all 189 people on board. "4 months and a few days after the Lion Air 610 crash, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 was waiting at Bole International Airport in Ethiopia for a flight to Nairobi, Kenya. This Flight 302 was also a Boeing 737 MAX 8. The plane, which took off at 8:38 a.m. Ethiopian time on March 10, 2019, contacted air traffic control within the first minute and was informed that there was a fault in the aircraft's control system. In the second minute, the plane's nose automatically turned towards the ground, and the pilots, who fought hard to get the plane on the right track, somehow managed to straighten the plane. But the next minute, the plane turned back towards the ground. 6 minutes after takeoff, Flight 302, defying all the pilots' efforts, plunged to the ground, killing 157 people. The plane had flown 62 kilometers from the airport when it crashed, traveling at 1,100 kilometers per hour, leaving a crater 120 feet long and 30 feet deep. Needless to say, the bodies were beyond recognition. After Flight 302 crashed, all Boeing 737 MAX aircraft were grounded worldwide. It was later revealed that both crashes were caused by new software in the aircraft's flight control system. This software automatically controls the aircraft in special situations. The aircraft's sensors had incorrectly fed data to the software. The software mistakenly assumed that the plane's nose was too high when it was flying correctly, and therefore continued to turn the plane toward the ground. Boeing had not given any notice of this new software, and it was later revealed that this information had been deliberately removed from the aircraft's files. As a result, the pilots of the planes were unaware of this software. These two accidents have sparked a debate about the safety of Boeing aircraft, and one figure who has come to the fore is John Barnett. Born in 1962, Barnett joined the Rockwell B-1 Lancer bomber production line in 1980 as an electrician. Barnett left Rockwell in 1988 to join Boeing as a quality inspector. A dedicated employee, Barnett was promoted to quality control manager in 2010, and Barnett's misfortune came with that promotion. As a manager, Barnett found that Boeing was prioritizing making money over the quality of its aircraft. There were not enough workers to produce the aircraft, and as a result, certain safety and quality control standards were being ignored. Barnett was also pressured by upper management to avoid documenting defects in aircraft and equipment and to ignore due process. In 2013, Barnett was demoted from his position, citing that he had used emails to inform his superiors of the aforementioned actions. According to the officials, such defects should have been reported to the officer in person, not in a way that would leave evidence, such as an email. However, Barnett is not one to shy away from such inconveniences. He continued to show up for work and found defects in the aircraft on numerous occasions. Accordingly, Barnett became a headache for the senior officer at Boeing and was deprived of promotions, etc. In 2016, Barnett was found to have installed defective parts for the emergency oxygen system of Boeing's 787 aircraft with the knowledge of a senior officer. When the company was informed, Barnett complained about this to the FAA and the Federal Aviation Administration, and the FAA investigation revealed that Barnett was right. Barnett filed several complaints with the FAA, and the FAA investigation found Barnett to be right. However, Barnett's conscientious work only resulted in a transfer and a heart attack. The FAA investigation did not result in anything for the powerful Boeing company. Barnett, who was transferred in 2017, suffered a heart attack due to this. He retired from Boeing on medical advice, ending nearly 30 years of service. However, Barnett came to the fore after the second Boeing MAX crash in 2019. Barnett appeared in major media outlets such as the BBC and revealed all the information about Boeing. Moreover, in 2022, Barnett also participated in a documentary program created on Netflix about these plane crashes and Boeing. In 2017, Barnett filed a complaint with OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, against Boeing, and filed various complaints with other responsible agencies. Barnett even faced criminal charges against Boeing, but the mighty Boeing company managed to escape all of them. The suspension of Boeing's 737 MAX flights after the Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crash on March 10, 2019, caused severe economic losses. Boeing had to pay a fine of $20 billion. It is estimated that $20 billion in fines and $60 billion in indirect losses were incurred. That means a total loss of US $80 billion. How much is this amount and how big is it? More than 1,200 Boeing aircraft orders were cancelled as a result. However, after all the aircraft were refurbished, the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft resumed operations in January 2021. On January 5, 2024, Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 took off from Portland International Airport in the United States at 5:07 p.m., bound for California. The aircraft was a Boeing 737 MAX 9. However, shortly after takeoff, the emergency exit door of the aircraft detached and flew away. Although the aircraft lost control, the pilot was able to regain control and land the aircraft safely at Portland Airport. Investigations into this incident, which led to the grounding of Boeing's 737 MAX aircraft for another 4 months, revealed that the accident had occurred due to the absence of 4 bolts securing the door to the aircraft. Boeing had failed to install the 4 screws. With this incident, the media started talking about Boeing's quality again, and 4 former Boeing employees came forward to talk about Boeing's mistakes and shortcomings. One of them is the Barnett we already know. Although Barnett's complaint to OSHA in 2017 ended in a favorable decision for Boeing in 2021, Barnett is not one to accept defeat easily. Barnett, who filed a new appeal, continued to fight against Boeing through legal means. Joshua Dean is an employee of the American aircraft parts manufacturing company Spirit Aerosystem. Joshua's father and grandfather were also former employees of this company. Spirit, which was owned by Boeing until 2005, was sold in 2005. Since then, Spirit, which has manufactured parts for Boeing and other aircraft manufacturers, has been manufacturing parts for the Boeing 737 MAX. Joshua worked as a quality inspector in the production of these Boeing 737 MAX spare parts. In late 2022, Joshua discovered that the production of Boeing 737 MAX parts was not proceeding according to schedule. Joshua reported the issue to senior management, but no action was taken. Joshua, who continued to raise his voice about the issues, was fired in April 2023. Joshua began to publicly criticize Spirit and Boeing for neglecting the quality of their products, which he said were being ignored. Joshua also gained media attention with the Alaska Air 1282 crash. On March 9, 2024, John Barnett was scheduled to testify in a legal case against Boeing. However, Barnett did not show up that day. Barnett, who had been a keen participant in these proceedings, was searched for by his lawyer, who was a lover. But eventually, Barnett's body was found in a hotel parking lot, shot to death. Barnett was 62 years old at the time of his death. The gun that took his life was in his hand, and the death was ruled a suicide. Less than a month after Barnett's death, Joshua Dean suddenly became seriously ill. Joshua, who was 44 years old and had been a very healthy man, raised suspicions among his family. Joshua, who was admitted to the intensive care unit, was found to be suffering from influenza B and MRSA infections. His condition deteriorated rapidly and there was a risk of lung and kidney failure. Doctors said that his life was not reliable. Joshua, who fought between life and death for 2 weeks, finally closed his eyes forever on April 29, becoming the second Boeing critic to die in a month. The deaths of 2 Boeing critics in a month have raised suspicions among many. It cannot be forgotten that both of these people not only criticized Boeing but were also involved in legal proceedings against the company. However, no evidence has ever been found to reveal whether these were accidental deaths or premeditated murders. This is because Boeing is not only a civil aviation manufacturing company. Boeing is also a military weapons manufacturing company. The world-famous American attack helicopter, the AH-64 Apache helicopter, is manufactured by Boeing. Moreover, Boeing, which manufactures a number of helicopters such as CH-47 Chinook, V-22 Osprey and fighter jets such as F-15E, FA-18EF Super Hornet, is also a co-producer of the F-22. Boeing also manufactures a number of missiles such as Harpoon missiles. These are only a few of Boeing's weapons production. Boeing's products include a huge mountain of weapons that are not mentioned here. Boeing is the third largest weapons manufacturer in the world. There will be very few things that an ordinary person can do against such a powerful company. What is your opinion about these events? Comment your opinion below. So, the video is over for today. Don't forget to subscribe to Cheeg's Exploration YouTube channel to watch videos about such mysteries. We will meet in a new video. Have a good day everyone.